What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Terrell. Thank you for stopping by Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Share. I know my scenery looks a little different, and it's because I am kind of sort of on vacation. But I wanted to bring y'all a couple of different videos and a couple of different things that we typically talk about. So I don't know what you drink, get your water, get your wine, but make sure you get whatever you sipping on. So in my last video, I had spoke about, you having a house, having a front door and a back door. Okay, so now that you got your house, you feel secure, you don't know what close the front door, you know if you need to go and leave the house, you go out the side door to give folks the illusion, you know what I'm saying? Either you home or you're not, but the bottom line is do not cross my back doorstep. Don't even cross past the city part of the front yard. If you're not supposed to be there, if you're supposed to be gone, been moved on, and yet you still come knocking at my front door, trying to come around the back, again, that's called trespassing. So you got the right to defend yourself at all costs. So whether that's you bringing up what they did for you to decide that they weren't someone that you needed to continue with, or if so happens that was a person that really was just supposed to help you learn, and you're like, look, there's no love lost, but I just got to move on. There's no point in them coming to your back door. Okay, they're straight up trespassing. Now that we got all that out the way, just because you have this house now does not mean that you have to neglect your responsibilities. And what is the responsibilities you think I'm talking about? I ain't talking about waxing and doing your floor. I'm not talking about making sure that you Windex your windows. I'm not talking about that no more. Let's talk about that grass you need to cut. Okay? You need to cut your grass. When it gets warm outside, everything starts to change and blossom and do all those different things as far as showing the world its beauty. Okay, well, it can show its beauty and it can turn its head to get attention for ugly as well. So how I like to say it is, look, if it's meant for you to be gone by your business, it's not for you to come back, because I didn't warrant for you, I didn't summons for you. However, if I want to learn how to slither and shed skin, I'll call you. That's where I'm at. That's what I mean by cutting your grass. When you cut your grass, you're able to see everything in between and then some. Mind you, I'm looking past my window because I'm using this as my natural lighting since I couldn't bring all of my equipment with me. So anyhow, yeah, you need to cut your damn grass, front and back. Don't let nothing overgrow. Meaning, don't let any and everything still fester inside of you. Don't hold grudges. Let that shit go. Cut that grass. Shave that head. Get it over with. Get it out your system. Because the new person that you're going to be coming in the coming seasons, in the coming months, in the coming years, in your coming chapters, you don't need all that extra bullshit. You know what I'm saying? What comes with you not cutting your grass? Well, first of all, the city can violate you if you really want to be about money. You know what I'm saying? The city will violate you. The city, that can be a social group. In my head, I'm thinking social group. You know what I'm saying? People that have set perimeters in place. You still have the liberty to have your freedom, but you got to abide by it. You know what I'm saying? If you want your paycheck, you got to make sure that you pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to your yard and everything like that and keeping your grass cut, that's what I'm thinking. Status and economically, folks will want you to have a decent standard of living. Well, your thought process should be the same way. Your peace of mind should be the same way. You wanting to be happy and live your best life however you want to do that, whether that means live below your means, on your means, or under your means. You have that entitlement to do that. So when you cut your grass, not only do you feel confident in what it is that you have and what it is that you don't put your hard work into, you want to sit back and you want to admire it, but you also got to be very, very careful of what it is that you fertilize in your ground to continue to grow. Because there's a time and place where you are tired, you're grudgingly not wanting to cut your grass, because you don't want to let folks go. You don't want to sit there and understand that people come in seasons and sets for a reason, and that is to help you grow. Some people don't want to cut their grass, and the cost is the violation. The cost is the city comes out and finds you. The cost is the higher it grows, the harder it is to chop down. The harder it is to chop down, you can have all kinds of snakes, rodents, birds, dead ass females, or humans, cats, dogs, boys. You don't know what is back there. When you allow things to just fester, you allow things to overgrow, you decide to just let things go without having a concrete decision as to why it's no longer serving you a purpose. When you cut your grass, you are fully aware, you are fully awakened about what's going on around you. The two categories that people are separated into being good and bad, good and evil, however you want to say it. But there's someone that's comfortable with their life and themselves, and then there's a group of people that feel indifferent. The indifferent people are always going to come into your yard. If they can't get to you through that front door, they can't get to you through that back door. The windows they already know are locked. So what is left? To get up underneath your skin, to get up underneath your house. And the only thing that can really find ways to get in there are rodents, pests, and snakes. So when it comes down to holding your ground, standing on your ground, standing firm on your ground, you have to make damn sure you know what you don't want. In every season, you have friends that reoccur. You have friends that no longer will occur. And then you have friends that are just in limbo. And what I've learned going through my season, especially when I needed people there to help encourage me and to help me keep my spirits up, the last thing I wanted to hear was someone say, "I told you so. Get the fuck out my circle. You know, this is your eviction notice. You are now officially done." You feel me? You come back, you're trespassing. You know, then there's a difference between a friend that's like, look, we all go through shit. No one is perfect, yo. Everyone's far from perfect. But that's what makes us perfect to other people, because where you feel like you're weak, someone is strong at to help you have a stabilized confidence for you to continue to discover and explore yourself. You keep those people. Those aren't snakes. You feel me? There's a reason. You gotta think of it like this. When you go to the gardening section in your store, they got all types of pellets and mulches and powders and shit that you can put in your yard to keep away pests, rodents, snakes, stray cats, stray dogs. You have so many different resources and opportunities to make it so that you can put your foot in the ground. And guess what? I'm near the Air Force Base, so excuse me. But you have all these different chemicals and resources and remedies to be able to set boundaries in place where what's understood don't need to be explained. If you don't want stray cats in your yard, there's pellets for that. There's things that you can put in your grass that will not harm your flowers, your vegetables, your gardens, or your pets. But it puts out there that you don't want no one bothering you. You don't want nothing in your yard that if it was to regrow and regenerate and reoccur, you will want to keep there. Those are the people you put down your fertilizer for, to get them the hell out, to get them the hell out. You know what I'm saying? They go across that coating, they go across that line, and what happens to an unwanted pest? It begins to irritate them and they flee. Sometimes the best love is no love. I've said that time and time again, time and time before. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes the best love is no love. Some of the strongest people were the people at the bottom that didn't have anybody, that didn't have another sound voice to be able to help them. But the one thing about being down is that you're closer to your foundation than what you know. And when you're closer to your foundation, you're able to make decisions on what type of material you want to help structure what your being is going to be. You don't want folks that can't encourage and support and understand a two-way street. Then don't use that type of material and resources in your foundation. You don't, you don't want the grass cut to a point the shit is dirt in your front yard, but you don't want to cut it so where they're coming back every week. Folks coming back every week. Snakes are coming back every week. The city is coming back every week. People are coming back every week. You feel me? You want to cut where you're able to see what's going on, but you're also able to enjoy the view. Because see, one thing I understand about hard work is I love to sit back and look at what I've accomplished and look at what it is that I discovered about myself and what it is that I'm able to grow from with. I like all those things. However, in order for me to enjoy all those things, I have to keep my grass cut. I have to be aware of my surroundings. I have to make sure that if my peace and my energy, my vibe, the moment that it's disturbed or bothered, I gotta cut whatever grass that is there. These days and times, you do not need a definite definition to tell people that you just want to move on. Trust me when I tell you, I'm that type of female. When I get amongst other queens, they can't recognize me because they don't walk the same. I'm not saying they can't grow into being a queen, but everyone has their own journey in their own time. So though I may flip my hair like this, they may think, oh, well, you're snooty. No, bitch. I'm just aware of my presence. I'm aware of my pose. I'm aware of my composure. I'm aware that you're here and you're looking at me. So though it may just to me be a stray hair in my face, you're looking at me like a stray woman that ain't supposed to be in the crowd. No, you're lost. Not me. I know where I'm at. You feel me? So you have to be the same way about your grass, your surroundings, your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cut your grass majority of the time when it's warm outside, because that's where the most growth comes from, because the ground is warm. Okay, well, as you continue to climb in success and elevation and understanding all the hard work that you put out there, you're reaping, you're going to have people that are going to come and heat up your foundation. They're going to put things into your foundation that you think may be helping you grow, but really it's what's making your hair stand up. And with that being said, what happens, ladies? What happens, swimmers, when we have hair and stubble? We cut that shit, right? So at the end of the day, you start to feel a little hairy about a situation, grass a little too high for your comfort level, just cut it. It don't have to make sense to nobody else but you. It's your life. You deserve all the peace that you want, and can't no one take it from you if they depended on it. Think about it. Someone can take away a car out your driveway. Is that gonna stop you from having a good day? That's material. You can get that back. I'd rather take a vehicle with no car note than be out here with a car that depreciates by over 30% before I take it off the lot, all because I signed a piece of paper and put the key in the ignition. People, you gotta think. When you're elevating to a queen and king level, there's certain things that you have to understand. It's great for you to have a house, but also the responsibility is for you to keep your surroundings just as pure as the affirmations that you want to achieve. And you can't do that not being aware that just as much as snakes can eat berries and cats can kill snakes, worms are what help the ground grow. They're what allows us to have that oxygen in the ground for it to be able to stay alive when it's cold and people don't do us right. And it's also something that helps us when it gets warmer outside and it's time for us to go ahead and plant to reap what we want to sow, or sow whatever it is that we want to reap, however you want to look at it. The bottom line is, it's no one's responsibility to cut your grass, to speak for you, to be your advocate, but you, first and foremost. So know the ground that you walk on, know what's walking around with you, understand what's watching you while you walk, understand all of that. Just like you protect your front door, you got to protect your property. You got to protect your heart. You got to protect your mind. And you got to make sure you're able to see everything. So take your rose-colored glasses off. Put your glasses on and see what's around you. The best way to succeed is to not be foolish. And the best way also to succeed is to use your discernment. God gave all of us that intuition, gave us all instincts. So for us to keep our grass so high and yet we're not fertilizing it to produce anything to help, that's not going to be your savior in moving forth. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm about to go to the beach. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Share. And I will see y'all all soon. Be sure that you head over to esteemedmentality.com. We got a couple of different things going on. And the next time I see y'all will probably be in another video. Unicorn kisses. Bye.
The depths of the media sees no evil. Buildings crashing 9/11, no sake for the people. Children take to everything. Others willing to feel anything just to say they were there. Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, domestic violence. Do you care? When the curtains close, your head hangs low. You're wishing someone was there. Just turn to me for relief. I know how you feel. I am you. You are me. We share symptoms of the black sheep. Aren't you aware?
This image, I remember howling winds, nights trying to hustle to 10 degrees, ash on my knuckles. Coke in my long john, sipping on the brisk. A tall glass of nigga, please, we get a sip of this. Coke in my long john, slave to the sin. Call me young coke there if the cops try to frisk. I may get a grip, I may get a grip. I may slapping 20s, lots of tails and some shrimp. I used to bump Wayne all day as a pimp, now I'm past Wayne Drake and going in.